ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Morris Corner. And today, I'm going to I'm going to talk about how to maintain a healthy young relationship, or rather, a young marriage. Now, what is a healthy and a good relationship? Now, a healthy and a good relationship is the state whereby a couple or two people that have relationship are in a state whereby they are open to each other, they trust each other, and they respect each other. Now, I know it is very difficult for young couple, to start. You've just started the marriage life, you know, and you've got into something that you've never gotten into before. So, as much as it's an adventure, there are several factors, and sometimes it's not always a walk in the park. There has to be challenges, there has to be problems. And I know, of course, these two couples, or as a young couple, you love each other. You're full of love. In fact, it's so much. The love might be so much such that it's almost sweeping you off your feet. But marriage is a journey that knows no retreat, that knows no surrender. And recently there has been a lot of divorces and marriage breakages. And I feel that there is somewhere that we go wrong. There's somewhere we are going wrong. There's something that we are not doing right. And I've actually prepared just several factors, several characters, several traits that maybe just maybe, if observed very well, it might save a marriage, or it might save your relationship. Well, I'm not saying I have the best experience, you know but I am old enough to know what makes or what breaks a relationship. Now, the very first factor that contributes, to having a good and healthy relationship is owning up and execution of responsibilities. A marriage is a union. And now, when you come together, you become one. You become two, one or two in one. And as a husband or as a man of that family, you have to know, and not just knowing, you have to execute your responsibilities. And as the wife, also, on the other hand, you have to know and you have to thoroughly execute your responsibilities. You must live up to your responsibilities. And this is where most, marriage breakages, are going wrong. This is where they are resonating from. This is the cradle, because most men, I feel, we have run away from our responsibilities. It might be because of some factors. Say for example, maybe you got no job. Say for example, you don't have enough money. Say for example, you have your own problem. And most of the times, and sometimes, you might think that you've got into marriage life very early. And just like I told you, marriage life knows no retreat. When you get into it, you have to move on. It's like getting into a boat, and you have to pedal on. You have to paddle. You have to move on. But this is very simple. When you assume and when you take your responsibilities, and so does the wife, then that marriage becomes successful. That marriage becomes convenient. Now, let's move on to my second point to of how to live and maintain a good and healthy relationship. This is listening to your partner not just to reply, but to understand. Most of us listen to reply, and most of the time to oppose. But in a marriage situation, don't, or if you're doing it, stop listening to reply and start listening to understand. And because marriage has problems, it has complications, it has issues. When a problem, emanates, you need to listen first to understand. And sometimes we even run to marriage counselors and people just to come and help us solve our marriage problems. While in the other hand, I feel and I think that we as human beings have been given that, power to solve our problems ourselves. Remember this, it's young relationship. This is marriage. And it is the two of us who are in it, that is the husband and the wife. And the better we solve our problem ourselves, the better. Because when we start involving some other parties, I ain't saying and I ain't stopping you from involving other parties, but just first rethink. Because I think if you listen and if you pay, full concentration and attention, you will be in a position to know the root cause of those problems. And most likely, 90%, you will be in a position to fix that problem. And when you fix that problem together, then there is nothing as sweet as that. Because you'll have known that you have power to solve your own problem. Sometimes, even your parents might not be brought into these problems, because they too also have their own problems to deal with. And that is something that sometimes we forget to acknowledge. We need to learn how to solve our problems as a couple ourselves. Are we on the same note? Let me not lose you, because this is gonna help you. Now, to my that point, and I think, this one, the ladies might think that we do not actually require it. But men needs, or the men needs to be appreciated for the little acts that they do. And so does the ladies. You might think that because maybe I came home with ice cream, I came home, with something little, a small gift, that it's normal. Sometimes it's not just normal. These are the little acts that we do. And until and unless you appreciate those little acts, then they are not going most likely to be repeated again. I might do it, but some people might not repeat again. But the moment you appreciate, the moment you tell your husband, you tell your wife, thanks for bringing me that little tin of ice cream, they are going to feel well in their hearts. And most likely, and you bear me witness, they are going to repeat this act. Now, this is it might be simple, but a very noble act according to oneself. And again, when you appreciate these little acts, it kind of, revamps someone's, esteem. It increases your esteem, and it gives you morale to do even greater things to your partner. And it's a fact. It has been proven. And I'm a witness as well. So kindly let us learn to appreciate the little things that people do for us. Even if it's maybe cooking for you, cooking breakfast for you. That's a little things. That's a little thing, but it needs to be appreciated. If appreciated, you never know. I might repeat the same some other day. Are we on the same note? Now, on to my other point, and I think it is very, very critical. Now, this one, it starts with you. You have to respect yourself, because there is no way you can respect me if you don't respect yourself first. It first starts with you, and this trickles down even to your self-esteem. When you respect yourself, you will have room to respect your partner, and leave alone your partner, even your friends, your partners, your colleagues, even your parents. And it is very essential in a marriage. Marriage without respect, that is no marriage. I ain't gonna lie to you, it is not a marriage. That is convenient, and it's not even convenient because most of the times you'll be quarreling, you'll be blaming each other, you'll be fighting, you'll be finger pointing. So respect, it has to start from you. I have to respect myself, and I have to extend it to my partner, so that it's like computer. You give garbage in, you get garbage out. So you give respect, my friend, you're going to get respect, and that way your relationship is going to maintain. Now, to my last point, but not least, is attention. Attention. Pay attention. And this one is mostly for the ladies. Gentlemen, ladies deserve attention, and they really love it, and it is very essential for their lives, because I think in a way it also increases their self-esteem. In a way, it makes them think that we love them more. It is a fact. When you give attention to a lady, she will most definitely return the same to you, and she will be obedient to you. She will do her responsibilities as required. She will honor you. She will treat you as the man of the house. But you have to pay attention to her issues. They might seem disturbing, and they might seem irrelevant sometimes. You have to cope up with them. You have to give an ear. You have to to move with the rhythm. You have to. Sometimes you are in it together, and so you have to give, because if you don't give her the attention that she deserves, my friend, it is very possible that she's going to source it somewhere, and when she does that, you're not gonna like it, because it will not be good. It will not work well. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much today to say, but with those little tips, maybe I'm hoping, I'm praying that they are going to help you, that they are going to assist you, that they are going to yarn you something, and that when you maximize, when you use them, when you utilize those little points, they might save your relationship, they might save your marriage. It doesn't matter how young it is, doesn't matter how old it is, but it might do and work miracles for your relationship. Now, that is it from Morris Corner, and I really wish you a well-conditioned, a relaxed, and a satisfying, healthy relationship. Until we see each other, cheers.